The last days of sunshine. Welcome to a journey through time and space, where the ordinary collides with the extraordinary. Set in the year 2050, this is a tale of resilience, sacrifice, and the unbreakable bonds of family. In a world on the brink of disaster, one family must navigate the chaos of a dying sun and the collapse of civilization. As they confront their deepest fears and greatest hopes, they discover the true meaning of love and bravery. Join us as we delve into the last days of sunshine. In the year 2050, Leanne's life was a blend of mundane routines and extraordinary technology. She lived with her husband, Alex, and their two children, Ethan and Lily, in a sleek, solar-powered home on the outskirts of what used to be New York City. Their home was a marvel of modern engineering, designed to harness every bit of energy from the sun, which had grown increasingly volatile. I remember the day the news broke. It was a Tuesday, a seemingly ordinary day, until the broadcast interrupted our dinner. The president's grave face filled the screen, and the world held its breath. "Citizens of Earth," he began, "we face an unprecedented crisis. Our sun is entering the final stages of its life cycle. Within months, it will become a red giant, unleashing massive solar flares that will obliterate 3/4 of humanity." Panic spread like wildfire. Governments scrambled, scientists worked around the clock, and every citizen was forced to confront the fragility of our existence. Leanne, however, found herself grappling with a more immediate fear: protecting her family. As weeks turned into months, the sun's activity became more erratic. Solar flares disrupted communications, caused power outages, and made the once bright sky a terrifying canvas of red and orange hues. Leanne and Alex prepared as best they could, converting their basement into a shelter equipped with supplies, a water purifier, and a rudimentary communication system. Ethan, at 12, was curious and brave, constantly asking questions Leanne struggled to answer. Lily, just 7, clung to her mother, sensing the fear adults tried so hard to mask. The world outside was crumbling, but within their home, they tried to maintain a semblance of normalcy. One night, as the sky burned brighter than ever before, they gathered in the basement. The news channels had long gone silent, leaving them isolated with their thoughts and fears. Leanne held Lily close, her heart pounding with every distant rumble. Alex tinkered with the radio, hoping for any sign of life, while Ethan sat quietly, staring at the flickering candles. Days passed without word from the outside world. The sun's deadly embrace seemed imminent. Then, one morning, the radio crackled to life. A voice, weak but clear, cut through the static. "This is the International Space Station. We've discovered a potential solution. We need volunteers for a mission to deploy a series of devices that could stabilize the sun's core. It's our last hope." Leanne and Alex exchanged a glance. They knew what this meant. The mission was a suicide run, but it was a chance to save their children, to save humanity. Without hesitation, Alex volunteered. "I'll go," he said, his voice steady but eyes betraying his fear. For them. The day Alex left was the hardest. He kissed each of them goodbye, his touch lingering as if trying to memorize their faces. "Be brave," he whispered to Ethan. "Take care of your sister." To Leanne, he simply said, "I love you, always." Weeks turned into an agonizing wait. The sun continued to swell, the heat becoming unbearable. Then, just when hope seemed lost, a miracle occurred. The sky dimmed, the temperatures dropped, and a message from the ISS confirmed the impossible. The mission was a success. Alex and the others had deployed the devices, stabilizing the sun. The cost was high. Alex didn't return, but his sacrifice meant life could go on. Leanne held her children close, tears mingling with relief and grief. They had lost so much, but they had survived. The world slowly began to rebuild, scarred but resilient. Leanne often looked up at the sun, now a steady, life-giving force once more. She knew that while the future was uncertain, the legacy of those who sacrificed everything would guide humanity forward. And in the quiet moments, when the night was still, she felt Alex's presence, a silent promise that love and courage would always light their way. As the dust settles and the sun returns to a steady glow, we reflect on the incredible journey of Leanne and her family. Their story is a testament to the power of human spirit, the depth of familial love, and the courage that lies within each of us. In the face of overwhelming odds, they proved that hope and sacrifice could light even the darkest of days. Thank you for joining us in this tale of survival and heroism. Until next time, remember that even in the last days of sunshine, there is always a glimmer of hope